So I recently purchased Summer Camp. I actually found it at Walmart. I think it was like for about $30. So it's a Phil Walker Harding game. And it's one that had made it the top game in a few lists that people were talking about, their favorite games for the year 2022. And this one had come up a couple times. So I decided I would try it for myself. I purchased it. We played it yesterday. So this is a video kind of showing how to set up, how it plays, and a review. So hopefully you get a chance to try it yourself and see what you think. Okay, so we have Summer Camp all set up here. So Summer Camp is a game by Phil Walker Harding. It actually has the seal of excellence by the Dice Tower, so see what we think of that. It's 2 to 4 players. It says age 10 and up. What I think is really cool about it too, so it plays really quick. Let me look on the box what it says here. So it says that it plays between 30 to 45 minutes, which is a really quick when it comes to a board game, mostly for everything that you see here. So let me show you a bit about the setup. So every game is going to play with the base pack. Let me say first of all that this is a deck building game and a race game. So you'll be racing, building your deck, trying to acquire the most badges as you can. First player to get the badge gets the higher valued one. Some of the cards are going to be worth points as well. So we actually played it for the first time last night and it was really cool. So the base pack will include all of the lights out card. So the lights out card is going to make the majority of your base of like your starting deck. You're going to have 7 of those in your card. And they do absolutely nothing. There's no special action to this. In fact, it says no actions. Each card has the option of activating the action that's on it or being worth 1 energy. And the energy is what you're going to spend to purchase new cards. So that's what the base card will do. And then these 2 sets of badges come in the base pack as well. Then to set up the game, you're going to start with 3 additional packs. Now, in the instructions, they recommend that you start with these 3. So we have the outdoors, and that's these ones in the middle here. So you have the outdoor badges that you're going to try to go for, and then you have the outdoor cards. Everybody's going to start with the number 1 move for the outdoor pack, so that's going to be in your starting deck. They also recommend the cooking pack, so to start with on your first game. So that's the one that we have on the bottom here, and then as well as the water sports. So, but if you want, there are other ones that you can bring in the game. So that's what I think is so cool, because right now we've played the first time, we've played with these ones, but you can change it up. They have arts and craft, so that'll be cool. They have the friendship. So from what I understand with this one, you'll be making friendship bracelets and stuff. You also have the adventure pack. And then, I'm excited for this one, the game pack. So there's all these other packs that you can also bring in the game as well. And with the, like as I mentioned, you'll start with the 1 movement for each one. And then what it says, like on this one, is it allows you to move 1 space on the water sport path. And then, you know, the other one is on the outdoor path and then on the cooking path. So you would shuffle these and this would make your starting hand. For the first round, first player, and we have the first player marker here. So the first player would draw 3 cards. The next one would draw 4, and the one after that would draw 5. Anytime for the rest of the game, when you draw back up, you'll draw back up to 5. I don't know if I've mentioned these ones yet, but these are part of the base pack. So we have the s'mores. These ones will cost you 2, and they'll gain you 2 energy. We have the scavenger hunt. The scavenger hunt will cost 3. So 3 energy to purchase, and it's discard 1 to 3 cards and then draw that many cards back up. And then you have free time. So this one costs 4 energy, and it allows you to move 1 space on any path. And let me show you what this looks like too. So we've created the path here. Now this is modular. So it's a 3x3 grid, and each one will have, see if I can show you this here. So it's going to have these different space and a bridge at the end. And some of these space are going to have special things that it's going to give you. These ones are going to give you snack bars. Some will allow you to draw an extra card, and some will have like a little hiker symbol, and that allows you to move one of your hikers. This is what the hiker looks like. It has like a little backpack, and geez, it's so bright. So it has a little backpack, and then I've got the ones starting here. So they all start just on the edge of the track there. Everybody get their own starting player board. So you have your backpack here was where you put your draw piles. You have the trash can, and that's where you put your discard. These spots here is where you're going to put all the badges that you're going to collect. You can collect up to 5 badges. And then it tells you on here exactly what the movements and each actions are. I gotta say, this game was super simple to learn and get playing, which is great. It's not complicated. You just, okay, straightforward, you get going, and it was a lot of fun. Oops, I'm just gonna drop that first. Okay, so this is how it works. So the way that it'll work, so let's say this is the first player. He's going to draw his first 3 cards, and he's got 3 lights out. As I mentioned, the lights out doesn't do anything. They just count for 1 energy each. Everybody will also start with a snack bar. So they have 1, 2, 3 energy. They could have 4 if they spend this one. That's what the snack bar does. And it says here right on there's a maximum of 6. You can't use more than 6. So let's say in this round, I'll spend these 4. I'll spend my snack bar, so I'll put that away, and then I'll purchase the free time. And this one allows me to move a space on any of my path. So this now goes into my discard pile. Second player, they actually get to start with 4 cards in theirs. So let's see what they've got. They have 3 lights out. That can't really do anything. But then they also have the kitchen chore. And this one, it allows you to move 1 space on the cooking path. So this one is the cooking path. This is the blue. They would move 1 space here. And then that goes, well, they have the 3, they have the 4 there. So let's say that they'll decide to spend the 3, but these are also available to purchase here. So you have the cost over here, the action of what they can do. So like this one allows you to move by 2. Well, this one allows you to move by 3, but it costs 8 energy. We're not even close to that, but it's also going to give you a value of 2 points at the end of the game. So let's see, I had up to 4 that I could purchase if I spend my snack bar. So let's say that, okay, let's buy the water ski. So the water skiing is cool. So you move 1 space on the path that you have progressed the most on. So that's not bad. It kind of allows you to, this is a race, right? So if you reach the end, you get an advantage for doing that. If you reach across all of the bridges, you're going to get an advantage for that. So this isn't bad. The only thing to keep in mind, though, is at the end, if you've kind of got all the way through and you're done and you draw this card, you just don't move. This card doesn't do anything. So now instead of actually using it as an action, you're going to use it for the 1 energy to purchase other cards. So we're using this one. We're not using it. We're purchasing it. Because it's 3, not 4, we're not going to spend a snack bar, so that's going to stay there. That goes in our discard pile. Now at the end of our turn, this gets refilled with a new card, and now we have the swim practice. And the swim practice does something similar. You move 1 space on the path that you have progressed the least on. So the one that's lagging behind, that'd be the one you'd be able to move if you purchase this card. It costs 3, and it gives you 1 victory points at the end of the game. All right, so then that would be that. Then we'll be back up to here, and then remember we get to draw back up to 5. So we'd have these cards now, and 4 lights out cards, and then the water safety. So we'll spend the water safety. I'm red player with this one, so that would move forward here, and I can purchase up to 4. So let's say I buy this one. This one is plant identification. You draw any 1 card from your discard pile. So that's cool. So if you've played a good card, this allows it to go and get it again, to play it one more time. So it costs 4, it has a value of 1, and we'll put that in the discard pile. So that's what we purchased with this. And that's how it works. You just kind of go back and forth doing this. This would get refill here now. Oh, it's the same one. Now what's interesting is, let's say I get, this one is over there, this one has moved forward. Now keep in mind, as I mentioned, this one here has the +1. So if I had played this, I would get to draw another card. This one gives you a snack bar, and then you have this little hiker guy here that would actually allow you to move forward on another path, or that particular path. So let's say this one was over here and then I was there, and I got to play a card that takes me over to the bridge. As soon as I have all of my 3 hikers on or past the bridge, so I'm over here, I would get to collect the first badge on here. And these are in order, and depending on the number of players that's playing, how many is going to be on there. But first player to collect this is going to collect this badge, and this one is worth 6 points. So I would put that over here, and I would get 6 points. When the blue player comes, he would collect the other one. If there'd be more players, then there'd be 3. There's only ever up to 3 on there. In a 2-player game, you would only have 2. It says actually underneath here. So in a 2-player game, you'd be an 8 and a 4 on this one. In any other player count, there's a 8, 6, and 4. The first one is worth a little bit less here. There would be a 6 and a 2, but then in a 3 or 4-player game, there'd be 6, 4, and 2. And it's kind of cool because all of this shows you how it works. So as I mentioned, we start here in a 3-player game. In a 2-player game, you start on the edge. 3-player game, you would actually start over here. If you were 4, you would start at this point. So everything is really clearly indicated right on the board. So I think that's really cool. So then we would keep going. Once we would get past these ones here, so you made it all past these ones, you would then collect this particular badge, the Camp All-Star. So the first one was a participation badge. This is a Camp All-Star. And let's say that the blue, they didn't move on all of them. They were trying to concentrate on getting this one, and they made it all the way to the end first. Then they would get the first outdoor badge, and the first one is worth 12. So then they would get to put that on there. So you're trying to collect as many badges as you can, as well as collecting victory points on your card also. Now, what triggers the end of the game is when somebody collects all 3 of these final badges, then everybody else has you get one more turn up until the first player, so that everybody's got the chance to play the same amount of turn. And then once you've done that, then you're going to tally up all of your badges and the points that you've collected on your badges. You're going to collect all the points that you've collected on the cards you've purchased. But then if you had some kind of characters over here, you would get to collect points for how far or how close they got. So in this one position just before the bridge, that's worth 5 points. You know, the other one is 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you would still get points for that as well. Whichever camper got the most points would be the winner. So that's how summer camp works. And as I said, it's a very quick, very simple game. This is filler category for sure. It's not complicated, and it plays really quick. You look at your cards, you move the ones that you want to do, you'll activate the other ones. You know, some of them will get you to draw, some will get you to discard, some will just give you extra energy, some will allow you to take more snack bars. It's very straightforward, but it's neat. It plays quick. It's interesting. You kind of get that, okay, you're trying to get to the race. And then I know when we played yesterday, it seems like I had the obvious lead. You know, I was doing really well. All of my 3 characters, I was making sure I was moving everybody. So while my stepdaughter had kind of concentrated on getting the 1 through and then kind of lagged a bit behind with the other 2, and I only ended up winning by 2 points because I was concentrating on this so much. I purchased a lot more of these cards here, not so much over there, and not some of the bigger cards. So, because there's a lot of points in those cards as well. It's neat. The artwork is cool. I like how it'll change up with the different packs that you can add on. The board also is going to be different every time just because of how you put it together. It's nice, bright colors. Like it's just pleasant to play. So that's a win. It's one that we're going to keep and play some more. And you know, it's a great introduction to the hobby. And it says 10 and up, but I think this is one that could be played at a much younger age as well. So yeah, I give this one a thumbs up.